Why bother like the waltz? Why bother, honestly?
Oh, yes, he's back. Craig Revel Horwood's right here. Do you want to have a fight about the hair being natural or other things?
My hair is totally natural and there's nothing different.
You've seen the quiff sprung up since
I have
Saturday
seen
night.
that.
I think Bruno's probably had a bit of work done, but I certainly haven't.
OK, stop.
Mr Turnbull.
Craig, you look very smart in your red tie. What did you think of Saturday? What did you think? I know you've only seen the male celebrities, but were you pleased?
I was very pleased, actually, with the standard. Of course, there's always going to be people that aren't particularly good, you know, that have a lot to learn. And, of course, that's the whole point and spirit of the show, is to, you know, engage those people and engage the audience into learning ballroom dancing. And I think the show does that entirely, you know. And it's great to have a great cross-section of human nature in there as well, you know, because some people, like the sports people, are fantastic, you know, because they have their minds are into that sort of thing. And there's, of course, comedians in there as well. So, you know, you're dealing with, you know, a completely different walk of life.
Well, let's have a look at some of the couples and you can both tell me what you thought.
Absolutely.
First up, I just want to go hot. Ray and Camilla. Have a look.
Yes, it's all right. Take my message to your brother and tell him twice. Take the news to the marching man who the deal in the battle push them back on you.
That's week one. I mean, Craig, you said they've got great potential. They got 27 points. You've got to admit they were on fire. Yes or no?
Yes, they were, but he still has work to do. I mean, he's still got to sort his feet
yes,
out.
all right, but it's week one.
Yes, it is week one, but don't forget, they've had 4 weeks to learn that routine. In week 2, it's going to go down, you know, and sometimes, as Bill knows very well, that in week 2 and week 3, it gets more difficult because you have a lot more to learn. Yeah.
Good choice of music for them as well.
Very good. And we talked about chemistry. They look like they get on. There's a lot of smiling. There's a frisson, if I can use that word.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Lots of frissoning.
OK, very good. Let's have a look at Matt and Lilia. Now, I felt very bad for him. He went first, and you were so harsh, Craig. You said dull, dull, dull. Well, I think the most boring routine you've ever seen. When you look back at this, come on.
Yeah, look, just look at it. It's complete. Look at that.
Wait, he's twirling on his knee. He's wearing a pink shirt.
He's incredibly big. A rugby player wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah,
you should get points for that alone.
That was the saving grace to the whole routine. Look at that. I mean, it's preschool, honestly.
Do you think... You're so mean. Let me just say this to you, and don't be grumpy. This is what you said about Darren Gough, right? Week 1, his cha-cha-cha. You used the exact words. Chunky, lumpy, nasty, no personality. The word... comes to mind.
Well, that was true, actually. If you replay week 1 of that, it was chunky, lumpy, and a complete disaster.
That's what helped Darren win, because it gave him the mountain to climb.
Yes.
He did him a huge favour.
Well, he worked hard, didn't he, on
So
it?
Matt could...
He was still hopeless at Latin, though, by the way. I mean, he's ballroom, sort of.
All right, he won. Let it go. But just looking at the arc, all I'm saying is people like to see people grow, and Matt really could.
He could, but if that's 4 weeks' work, I'm slightly concerned about him, I have to say.
OK, let's talk about the largest man on Earth, the Schmeichel. What, he's about 9 foot, and you said remarkably elegant for a big bloke. I thought he looked very charming, very impressive. Bill, what did you think?
I thought for coming out and doing the waltz, which is hard to impress with, especially your first week, he charmed everybody. Because he had... Everybody knew it would be difficult for him, but he was graceful and he smiled and he was trying hard and people thought, yeah, he's actually enjoying himself, especially when you saw his training VT, where he was stumbling over his feet a couple of weeks ago, and there he was quite elegant.
Oh, I agree, I agree.
Let's move on to, I mean, hola. And when I say hola, I mean hello.
Yeah.
She is the sexiest woman on Earth. I can absolutely, all the cameramen, when I say, when's Hola coming in? Can I touch her?
She's
I mean, it's
amazing.
alarming. They could have come out, Spoony could have sat on the floor and done a crossword, and they'd have still won, wouldn't they?
That's right, except that she's doing all the work in that routine. I want to see him dance a little bit more. I mean, it was all reaction to her. I mean, and fair enough, look at her. She's amazing, absolutely fantastic. Phenomenal body, phenomenal.
Phenomenal at dancing and the face and
Yeah,
the eyebrows. But hold on a minute.
The problem is you're watching her and not him.
That's
you
not,
know?
I'm watching him too. I thought he did very, very well.
I think he did, but he's still a little bit clumsy. In that, I thought it was still clumsy, pigeon-toed. He's got a lot to deal with, and he's also got bandy legs, and that is something that you actually cannot change about yourself. I mean, she's going to have to disguise that, you know, and be clever with the choreography.
On that positive note, bandy legs and pigeon-toed, I thought he was very good. You're very mean. Every week on Strictly Come Dancing, as half of the competitors' scores are decided by your phone vote, we appoint an alternative panel of judges. Tonight, 4 Maria